Hey everyone, it's Lexie. So in today's video I'll be doing my album review for Kelsea, which is Kelsea Ballerini's third album. And so I was really excited for this album coming out. I'm a huge Kelsea Ballerini fan, so I was really excited for this and just seeing the direction that this album would be going. I feel like her first two have been very fun and kind of more young. I felt like we got, like, the first one is definitely more young and playful. The second one is, I think her second one is my favorite so far, which was a little bit more mature. So and this time around Kelsea was much more active in the writing process. She was a writer on all these songs, so I was very curious to see the maturity of these songs and also just kind of the sound too. I felt like, especially, like, she has her country sounding songs, and I feel like sometimes she tends to go towards more pop, and I totally understand that country music is not playing women, so I can see why she would want to make that transition to kind of more poppy sounding songs to play on pop radio too, so I have no complaints about that. But overall, I say this is not my favorite of her albums. I think Unapologetically is my favorite, but that one's been kind of around for a while, so it hasn't, so maybe this album hasn't grown on me as much as the other one. But I like this album. Like, I think in terms of overall feeling, it's much more mature and grown up, so I'm very interested to see the direction that she takes with the next one. But yeah, like, I really liked it. I think, like, with all Kelsea Ballerini albums, there's always one song that I do not like, and I really am not a fan of Bragger. I just didn't think there was a lot of kind of, not like meat to the thing, but there wasn't enough substance to the song, and I was just like, But I think, like, the feel of this album, I really like the collaboration with Kenny Chesney. I really liked that one. I think the Halsey one is just okay. Like, it's not anything like really special to me. Like, it's not, like, I feel like in terms of like the quality or like standard that I have for Kelsea Ballerini, like, the other girl isn't, you know, that high up on there. It's just very repetitive, and it just feels like a Halsey song more than a Kelsea Ballerini song, which has a little bit more like layer to it. So, like, there are songs on there that are like, I'm like, oh, okay, or songs that are like I really enjoy. So I think my favorite songs on the album are Love Me Like a Girl, Needy, Overshare, and LA. I also like Half of My Own Town, but I feel like those ones are really kind of where we get to see more of her kind of artistic depth, and we get to see more of that mature side of her, because I feel like her music is always skewed a little bit younger, which there's nothing wrong with that. But I really like those two are probably 4 or 5 are the standouts of the album. I also like Hole in the Bottle. I feel like that is the national anthem for this quarantine. But yeah, like, overall, like, I really enjoy this album. I think kind of overall I would give it maybe a 7 out of 10. It's not, like I said, it's not my favorite. It's not, like, I don't enjoy it as much as Unapologetically, but I feel like this album is something that will grow on me, and so I'm really curious to see the direction she goes kind of after this, because I feel like there are some really kind of really pop songs on here, so I'm really curious to see if she's going to do a transition into pop music like Taylor Swift did. So I'm very curious to see that. But overall, like I said, I've really enjoyed this album. There are a few, like I said, that are just kind of okay, but overall I feel like in terms of an overall album, this is a better introduction of who Kelsea is. I feel like we get more into her thought process and her experience with kind of dealing with the spotlight and kind of showing her kind of public person, and then also who she is as herself. And I think, like, that really is highlighted in like LA or Homecoming Queen. Homecoming Queen is also another really good one too. But yeah, like I said, overall I really enjoyed this album, and I'm curious to see this direction she'll go in, and if the next one will be a lot more mature. I think LA is a very interesting song because she is the sole songwriter in that one, so I'm very curious to see if she'll kind of take more of a independent songwriting approach, because I feel like a lot of the songs, there's so many different artists or songwriters on them, like, it's a ginormous list. So I'm hoping maybe she will kind of like shave off some of the ones down the road and kind of get more of a songwriter approach to her music, which I think makes it more personal. So yeah, but that's it, guys. This review is kind of all over the place. I didn't really prepare for it, but it was just kind of the tip of my tongue, just kind of rambling about it. But overall, like I said, it's probably, like, out of the three, it would be unapologetically Kelsea and then The First Time, but I still really love all of these albums. But yeah, I'm really curious to see the direction that she's gonna go in. But if you guys have listened to this album, let me know what you thought about it and what's your favorite song on the album. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up, and I will see you guys next time. Bye guys.